I brought my Motorola Razr Plus 2024 on my first family vacation, and I'm going to walk you through how this phone perform as a travel companion. By the end of the video, I will let you know if I would recommend this phone if you are going on vacation with it. So day one with the Motorola Razr, I started my morning at 4 a.m, got to my destination at about 4 p.m, and still had 30% battery to spare. So with this phone, I actually have a really good battery life, and it does not give me battery anxiety. I went on airplane, it was on airplane mode, there's unstable signal cutting in and out as I'm traveling to different locations, and after an 11-hour flight, battery never even crossed my mind. I did not even charge my phone on the airplane. My baby was watching a whole bunch of Miss Rachel. I downloaded the videos in advance with YouTube Premium, and once I got to my location, I got in a rental car, plugged in the cable for Android Auto, and pretty much I was all set from there. The phone was just charging as I'm traveling from location to location, and throughout the whole trip, this is how I charge my phone and use it throughout the day. I packed a couple of battery packs with me, but I ended up not needing it at all, just because the battery is good enough to last me through a full day of adventures. I remember when I was using the Google Pixel 7 a while back when I was traveling in Italy. That one was a little bit different because it was more public transportation, going on trains, don't have Android Auto connected all the time, so that was more of a challenge, and I needed to have a battery pack. But with this phone, if you're going somewhere where you're traveling with a car, you don't really need a portable battery pack with this particular phone. So day two, it is me finally settling in to my vacation and taking more pictures. And I noticed I'm driving in a car, if it's dark in a car, you will really need to hold the phone very still when taking a photo, or it's going to result in blurry photos. I noticed with the Galaxy S24, usually I can just do a quick snap and I'll get a really good photo, but with the Motorola Razr Plus, I would need to hold the phone for a while in order to get a really clear, non-blurry photo. So Snapchat works fine. I did a few snap upon my arrival. I wish this phone had a wide-angle camera. For whatever reason, they replaced the wide-angle camera with the telephoto camera this year. And if you're traveling, you want to show off the location, you want to take care of backgrounds and scenery, telephoto camera is nice for selfie and having that blurry background effect, but I like seeing the whole larger scenery in the background. I really do miss that. They had that in the Razr Plus 2023 last year, but this year they opted for the telephoto camera instead. And walking around, even taking regular photos, I really end up missing the ultra wide angle camera a lot. Food photos are fine, they serve its purposes, just a tad blurry around the edges sometimes, but that could be a me problem. Low lighting, you can see some depth of field issue with blurry edges, but I get this on my S24 as well. On day 3, I went to a Disney resort. Once again, still missing a wide angle camera, so I set up for the 1X crop with this camera. Photos looks nice. I like the Google Photos where they auto edit some pictures for you, and it actually ended up looking really nice. So here's a couple pictures that I took. Panorama, they work as intended. Day 4, I went to a flea market. Started playing around with some other camera option like the tilt shift, which is fun to play with, but it does take some effort. So here's a picture of me attempted to take a picture of a pool. It didn't turn out that great, but if you play around with it, you can probably perfect it better with just me pointing and shooting. Day 5 is just more beaches, me taking pictures with the front selfie camera. So one of the biggest benefit of having any flipping phone is you can use the main camera as a selfie camera. You can turn the phone around, snap it, use the cover screen, and get really good photos that way. Day 6, more selfie camera. Here's me at the Doe Plantation. I still wish I can take a wide angle selfie instead of a telephoto, but the telephoto, blurry edges background, it does look nice. After that, I went Turtle Beach. My son actually grabbed my Razr Plus, so I ended up playing with my Galaxy S24 more during this brief period, taking some pictures, and I find that the S24 is more versatile and fun to use, and also $200 cheaper than the Razr Plus. Samsung phone, the S series, they have a lot more features that I like. The single take mode where I can record a 10-second clip. It'll generate a whole bunch of different clips from that 10 seconds. You get the 3x zoom, the 2x zoom, the wide angle camera, and I'm just able to record more videos and pictures in a short amount of time with less effort. With my Razr Plus, whenever I use it, I use the main camera, maybe a few crop in and out, and I'll do a quick video clip, but that's pretty much it. But on the Samsung phone, I feel like I can do more fun stuff with it. And one thing that I learned on this day is you want to avoid bringing this phone to the beach, because I didn't throw my phone in the sand or anything like that, but just me going in and out the water, using it sporadically here and there. Some sand does get on the phone, and I noticed when I closed my phone, I did not clean it thoroughly. So I did hear some crunching of the sand when I'm closing up my phone. And then later on the day, I noticed there's a tiny black dot on the phone. So be really careful with these flipping phones. Regular slab phone, you don't even need to worry about it. I throw my S24 in the sand all the time. You can bathe it in sand. But with the flipping phone, if you get any sand or dust in it, it does not do well. So it is not dust or sand resistant. It is only somewhat water resistant, and definitely a shame. I only had this phone for a couple weeks, and now there's a tiny black spot on my phone because the screen is dead there. And next day I noticed the spot got even bigger. So more of the story, do not bring flipping phones to the beach. If you do, put it in a case, make sure it's protected. It is somewhat water resistant, but don't get any dust or any debris or particles or anything inside the phone. And this is a common issue with flipping phones. My wife's Galaxy Z Flip 5, hers broke after half a year. This whole front screen is completely dead. All dark screen, does not work at all. And she does not do any crazy flipping mechanism like I do. She doesn't flip the phone back and forth. She just has it open most of the time. And her phone still die in half a year. I know there's a bunch of tests saying that durability is getting better and better each year, but I don't really see that. I find that with flipping phone, you have to be really careful with it. And it's just a lot of limitation compared to a regular slab phone. I mean, it's nice to be able to fold your phone in and out, but it's not really practical, and I find that there are more compromises than benefits using flipping phones. So here's a couple more photos: the telephoto camera, the 1x zoom, the 2x zoom. 4x zoom is not as sharp, and then I went on a hike to the Diamond Head. So typical trend here. I wish I can capture more, but I don't have the wide angle camera. But surprisingly, this phone really excels at night under the right lighting. If you I even managed to squeeze in some stars. So here's a few photos that I took at night. I didn't expect to get such good photos at nighttime, but this one served its purposes. And on day 8, last night in Waikiki Beach, Snapchat, I'm not able to capture the stars or anything in the background, so you're better off using the main camera. So a few more photos for you to enjoy. I managed to get a better photo using the tilt shift mode, capturing the water at night. Selfie camera looked terrible at night, so don't even bother with that. Just close up your phone and use the main camera, then you might have better luck. Alright, there you have it. This wraps up my 1-week adventure with the Motorola Razr Plus while being on vacation with this phone. Would I recommend it? Honestly, no. I really miss the wide angle camera on this phone, and if you're on vacation, I just want the ability to take more sceneries in the background. I don't know why they swapped out the wide angle for the telephoto. I wish they just had the telephoto and keep the wide angle camera. For whatever reason, flipping phones, they only have 2 cameras, while regular main flagship phone have 3 cameras. So there's some limitation there. I don't like that I have to be super careful when going to the beaches. Now I got a black dot on my phone, and it's just extra work having these flipping phones compared to just having a standard regular slab phone. So at the end of the day, the concept of a folding phone is nice, but it takes effort to open up and use it every single time. It takes effort to close the phone. You gotta make sure there's no dust in the phone, else you might break the screen like I did. And the main benefit of having a flipping phone is just the ability to take selfie photos using the main camera. If you don't take a lot of selfie, I don't see why you would want to get these phones, and I don't think these benefits really justify the $1,000 price tag. It is a fun phone to use, but it has a lot of limitations. It has a lot of compromises compared to just a regular smartphone. Alright guys, there you have it. I enjoy using the Razr series. Throughout the years, I enjoy using the Samsung flipping phones, but I don't think flipping phones are it. You get much more value using a regular phone, unless you really want to just have a flipping phone, but I think it's more for the novelty factor. But just in terms of the value and being practical, I don't think these flipping phones are ready for the mainstream market, even though a lot of companies are going all in. Alright guys, there you have it. Let me know if you have any thoughts, questions in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next video.